The Jennifer Kale into 3 energy accelerant, letting you play a 6 drop on 4 is lovely and fantastically gross thing this deck does. Alright, they're that much closer to drawing Galactus. I'm gonna play Electro here, because if I brick on the Galactus, I'm gonna blink the Electro to try and hit him that way. Alright, gamers, 33% of the time it works every time. Pull the lever, blink! Wrong lever! I did ask her to get Galactus. She's just a little confused. Her heart's in the right place, though. My head says to play Goliath left. My heart says fuck this board.
Kneel before Galactus. Victory.
Follow your heart, champ. Follow your heart. Now you can Goliath bid, sure can. Call me Brittany, baby, because I am toxic. Ah, yes, Galactus, Herald of Galactus. I get a Jennifer Kale or a Wave. 1 more shot at Kale, 2 more shots at Wave.
Opponent snapped.
There's Miguel. Oh, wow. And then I get to just curve second Galactus into Finfang Foom here now? Why not Electro bid and Galactus bid so their first play gets destroyed? Because This sequence makes me more likely to have priority on turn 4, which makes me less likely to get disrupted. That's a good question, though. I think the upside of my Galactus working is worth significantly more than... Absolutely fooming. They could foom me back, maybe? Nah, they can. Username and profile picture on point here for the opponent. What's their title? Cyclops really sees me. Optiblast. For those keeping up on current events, looks like as of an hour ago, the AP is reporting that there's been large explosions in the capital of Saudi Arabia. And then unconfirmed reports are suggesting that Iran has struck power and gas facilities there. The last thing we need is more countries involved. Well, my understanding is Saudi Arabia was pushing for the U.S. involvement along with Israel. But yeah, more energy infrastructure is
Victory.
definitely going to be destroyed there before this is done. Just so we're clear from things I wanna set in standards for chat. Just like I would tell you not to lump all of the United States in with the horrible bigots and terrible people that the Republicans are here, not all of Israel is a unified bloc. So please, feel free to very pointedly and specifically criticize Benjamin Netanyahu and the terrible things his administration has done there. But don't just make blanket statements about all of Israel. There are good, decent people everywhere in the world, just like there are deeply shitty people everywhere in the world. There was some social media buzz about BB potentially being killed, but I don't believe any of that was ever confirmed. It's false. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there would have been bigger news if it was true. Electro left. No, I want the flexibility to blink the Electro. Blink is likely my turn 5. Might even get a freebie here on the blink. Yep. It's a little on the nose to say I see the vision for this card and like what we're trying to do with it. I don't know that Galactus actually wins the game long term though, right? I kind of want to just like Alliath the left and call it a day. Oh, you know, I could Alliath the right actually and lock their Kitty Pride there. That's actually kind of appealing. Smooches! Okay, then they have priority here now. And I don't think they can put more points into here, so I just boom the center and then they're cooked.
Victory.
Yeah, well, I'm really glad we looked for a different Galactus deck. This deck seems really solid. Had good metrics and a decent sample size on Untapped. It's definitely cooking. And I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that like I'm playing this in part because I wanted to play my Vision variant. This deck cleared me through to Infinite last night. Nice, Gonzo. Always good to hear gamers hitting their goals. Been playing the Zabu deck from the best decks Lidio with success. That's the Zabubi's deck, yeah? With Psylocke and Summoner. If I recall correctly. Well, it's pretty reasonable for us when we played it. I see folks talking about the new Spider-Man trailer. Unfortunately, we'll get dinged if I play that on stream. Keep an eye out for that after I sign off today. Morrow aim. Yeah, maybe we could throw it up at the very end. 50% to blow away the board here. Blinken's very good at these Electro decks. Kneel before Poppy. Alright, who did we kill on the left? Bullseye. Certainly hit one of those. Man, the Galactus Fin Fang Foom curve is kinda gross. Although I guess this is better than Galactus. I assume they just can't compete in one lane at this point. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Do do do
Victory.
do 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 do. Yeah, I'd leave the game too if I was me. This deck is wild, yet somehow less toxic than the new Gambit. I mean, unironically, if you're sick of losing to the new Gambit, this deck probably beats it up, yeah?
Opponent snapped.
Alright, so we're electroing the center, probably. I guess if we electro the center, I can't blink into Galactus there. Not sure we might want to leave ourselves a line. Holy. Actually, I'm going to do this here, because I don't need Limbo. A technically correct bait and switch, you could name this deck Galacti. That's true. That is true. This blink's not super likely to blow away the board, but I also just want to get the electro off the board. Welcome back to the party, bud. Hey, wait, the ice cube is stuck on their side of the board, yeah? Because they have Kaera? What lines do you use Kale for in this deck? Kale plus any of your Electro or Luna Snow lets you play Galactus on turn 4. Was that a good draw, chat? I'm not sure if Eliath was better or if Fin Fang Foom was better. It was probably Foom, but Goliath might still win us in a pinch.
There's no strings on me.
Does Electro keep being the Herald after he's blinked into the deck? Yeah, he should be. When I watched the new Invincible season, I haven't watched any of that show yet. How many seasons are out? Usually I like things to have a few seasons up before I dig into them. 4. It's getting close. That show is not kid-friendly. Cartoons are always kid-friendly. Next thing you're gonna try and tell me I shouldn't take my 5-year-old to go see Sausage Party. That movie was a fucking ride. It was pretty good if I recall. It's been a while though. Was it? The Sausage Party just gave me a PTSD flashback. That movie's gotta be pretty old at this point, right? Oh my gosh, talk about old happy tree friends. Foamy the squirrel. I was gonna say, I'm actually, I decided I didn't want to get invested in longer episodes of something, so I am currently rewatching, Scrubs from the beginning. And honestly, I feel like that show has aged better than I was expecting it to. Yeah, I saw they rebooted it, is what encouraged me to start it from the beginning. I was like, well, I'm gonna start it from the beginning and then check out the reboot. And so, yeah, it's not even a reboot, it's a continuation. It is accurate. Okay, so, well, I have priority and their board is gone, yeah?
Kneel before Galactus.
Who'd we kill? Man, White Tiger. That sucks.
Victory.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when Galactus wasn't allowed in deck submissions. Yeah, but these days, I don't mind him so much. Marvel Staff's more toxic than he used to be. To be fair, I don't think the Todd as a character in Scrubs was particularly correct or reasonable. Like when they wrote him, he was kind of shitty and crappy then. But he's also a pretty good caricature of actual human beings that many of us unfortunately knew or know growing up.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
Oh my, come on, give me the big man. 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 Sedge. Okay, wait, no, this is actually cooking though, right? I go wave, electro, and then next turn my cards cost 4 and I have 4 energy and they do not. Electro, not the biggest fan of burritos. All right, we won that 50-50. Can we win the 25%er? Unlucky, unlucky. I'm not a fan of that human torture. You don't enjoy feeling uncomfortable? Fastball special. That's fucking spicy. Holy! My body was not prepared for the level that our opponent is on. They are the Batman. What a fucking sicko. I hope they draw their living tribunal. They deserve it. I hope they draw their living tribunal. They deserve it. Oh, they can Taskmaster it too. They can, can't they? That's sick. They lose the tribunal, wouldn't they? I don't think so. No, they wouldn't.
Such is my judgment.
Jeff, I'm gonna need you to net deck this list ASAP. Okay, we can try and put something together. I'm gonna finish out a full set with the Galactus pile. We can do that next, I promise. Marvel Snap's such a wonderful game. What a fantastic deck builder. Alright, we're gonna take our pause for the cause to let the Advertarudies roll through. We're gonna play one more leg with this, and then we'll try and reproduce our previous opponent's deck list and see if we can win some games. And thanks everybody for hanging out today. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on the YouTube side, don't forget to hit the like button on whatever video is in front of you right now. I'm gonna fill my water real quick. Fastball special and Adamantine Diffusion is probably 30 plus in 2 locations seems good. Yeah, the Adamantine Diffusion plus Fastball potentially answers the question how, how do you win your second lane when you don't draw a Living Tribunal? Interesting thing to consider. Oh, we had the shop rollover. Heartburn Forever. What an appropriate bundle while we're sitting here playing Chamber. I have a premium mystery variant inside of, what's it called? I can grab. Team Clash. I'm legally obligated to buy that bundle. Chat, my Marble Stamp spending ain't quite what it used to be. Plus, I'm pretty sure this season is the most I've spent on Stamp in a long time. We bought that $100 Witch bundle to start the season. I'm tapped out. Chat, gas is gonna be $10 a gallon where I live before the end of next month. Oh, that's a super rare, so there's still the Hulk in my things. Interesting. Did you ever miss spending on Magic? So I actually didn't spend a ton on paper Magic. I knew a lot of people who had a lot of collections. I knew a lot of people who had a lot of cards as collectors, so I borrowed a lot of what I played. Magic Arena. Magic Arena wasn't cheap though, I guess. On average it was like $2,500 to $3,000 a year to keep up with a Magic Arena collection. And that was before they released, 9 sets a year or whatever they do now. It helps when a lot of prizes include boxes of product. I actually didn't really play in tournaments that paid out in product. Those weren't worth traveling for. Like, that was another reason I didn't play in like Wizards Pro Tour type stuff. Like all of the SCG style tournaments, they largely paid cash. We traveled for a lot of like 1Ks and 5Ks and 10Ks, those type of things.
Opponent snapped.
Am I a reader at all? The last time I read a book above a 6th grade level was probably a decade ago. You want to win coupons to the company score, yep. Ooh. I was about to say I feel like a bully because we're about to beat someone playing Rescue, but they're actually playing Airship, so fuck them. Get out of my game. It is a little bit of a shame that Finfeg Foom got drawn out of our deck, because otherwise we could blink into him next turn.
Kneel before Galactus.
Would it get awkward when you would face your travel buddies in the tournament so you'd have to knock each other out? No, not at all. Everybody that traveled consistently to stuff, dude, that was just how it works sometimes. In fact, I very distinctly remember a tournament where I traveled to Indianapolis to play in a 1,000+ player tournament, and 2 people in my 5-player card got queued into each other in the first round. All right, now I think we Electro into Finfang Foom is probably harder for them to react to than the Red Hulk. We get got by Eliath, but otherwise in a fine spot. You mentioned only turning a profit 1 year in Magic. What supplemented your income streaming? Well, it wasn't a job. I didn't need to supplement my income because it wasn't a job. It was a hobby that I did for fun. I worked a traditional job 40 hours a week. I did a little bit of writing on the side, I suppose. I wrote weekly Magic articles for probably 5 or 6 years. But those didn't pay enough to be remotely a full-time job. They paid anywhere from like, you know, 50 to 200 bucks an article, depending on where I was at in my competitive career and what website was paying me. And for the record, even 200 bucks an article really isn't that good of a rate. It's one of the reasons why I stopped writing. Just like putting out a well-written piece of content, like, you know, could sometimes at minimum like 3 or 4 hours, often more than that. When you're actually putting in the work to make something worth reading. Did you start playing early enough to remember the dojo? No, I didn't really touch, what's the word I'm searching for? They just blew up I didn't even have a DCI number until I'd been playing Magic for like 5 or 6 years. Just played very casually for a long time. A lot of my early years playing Magic the Gathering were just like doing booster drafts in friends' basements. We had a group of about, I don't know, somewhere between like 20 and 30 people that like all knew each other for various means, and every time a new set would release, we would like get together in my buddy's basement and draft and pre-order a bunch of boxes. Back when boxes cost 60 bucks instead of 600. Yeah, exactly. Or they weren't quite that cheap. I think they were usually like somewhere in the 70 to 90 range, but yeah. You get 36 packs for close to $2 a pack if you bought a whole box. I wrote 2 tournament reports for free that went up on Star City. I remember being happy about that. I was in like my late 20s. My wife was like, "That's great. Your son is a dirty diaper." Yep. Oh man, if we didn't already want to fire Jerome Powell a whole bunch, Powell in his thing today says, and I quote, "Both supply and demand for workers have come down very sharply over the course of the past year, largely due to immigration policy." Mango Mussolini is not going to be happy hearing that truth on his TV. I remember I got a couple of feature matches at Deck Techs for 2 different things at Star City events like a decade ago. Yeah, you can actually, there's video evidence on the internet of me and Glenn Jones doing Deck Techs together in a different lifetime for both of us. He was, one of the coverage runners for SCG. Speaking of, Travis there in chat. Spent most of COVID cleaning up the SCG to our YouTube archives, and then they renamed the channel SCG Commander. That's funny. That's how I originally found your channel. I used to watch old SCG tournaments. Yeah, that was a big part of why I was able to successfully make content. People had some notoriety from my SCG days. I think I'm just throwing the big man here. I assume they're moving the shield to save the dog, but... Alright, and then we get Fumin over here. We should be in a pretty decent spot, yeah? They played it all three. What do they got going on here? Hydra Stomper, that's scary. Want Silk to swing left here? That's cool, we went all three. Easy game.
Victory.
Are you so Galaxy nerds? We are. We've been on a kind of a tear with this one. Definitely see why it's got competitive stats on the tracker. Are you doing more clashing before it ends tomorrow? Maybe.
Snap.
If I'm being honest, selfishly, one of the reasons I really wish they'd make one of the sweet limited time game modes a permanent mode is so I could do more content for it.
Opponent snap.
But the unfortunate reality is, especially on the YouTube backend, like, most people don't want to watch limited time game mode content after the first 2 or 3 days the event is running. They've, like, got their decks that they like. They're not looking for stuff anymore. So it just has a very, very limited window.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Rude. Hey, Johnny Drama, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. Although, them pulling the ninja out of here is good for you, right? I think I actually do this, hopefully have priority, and then Galactus the next turn. I think about all the people I met through Magic. There's an unexpectedly high number of them that either wrote about Magic or went to go work for Wizards. Yeah, I mean, like, those are just, like, the 2 ways you could make money in this space, right? It's a shame we keep drawing Fin Fang Foom when we have the turn 4 Galactus off of wave and can't blink into him. Although I guess blinking into it and then Ninjutsu lane's not great. What, then next turn I get to go Chamber, Luna Snow, and then finish on Foom? Foom or Red Hulk or something? How is Snap these days? I quit about a year ago, but I'm starting to get the itch again. I think Marvel Snap is currently the best live service game I've ever played. They really hit their balance stride in like the back half of last year. The game's been pretty consistently varied and fun. Limited time game modes are awesome. They reworked the economy at the beginning of last year, and it's cheaper than it's ever been to get all the cards. Like, I like Snap a lot. Oh, that's sad. So that actually means I can't, that actually means I won't get an Ice Cube here. Sedge. Oh, Electro would have let you do it. Yeah, that's fair. I think we'll be okay, but that's a good call out. A big boy.
Victory.
Yeah, the Fin Fang Fooms. Even if I'd have had the energy, I think we Alliant here rather than Foom. If you're thinking about poking back into Snap, you're someone that's away and considering coming back, I've got a few videos that can kind of help you get a lay of the land, so to speak. I've got an economy breakdown video that walks you through how things work after their last overhaul, and I've got a decks guide video that's got like 50 different decks in it and give you a baseline of things to jump back into the game playing with. Oh, Wongers! Yeah, no problem, Yoga. If you have any questions about specifics, feel free to hit us up. That's so rude. Alright, I mean, if they lost their Wong, I accept. I accept. Hey Jeff, I play limited game modes primarily to buy variants that are in collections and get the rewards from said collections. Thoughts on that strategy? I mean, that sounds like the best way to maximize extra prizes from those things. Can't get those 1200 gold variants for free otherwise. We just do this, right? And they're super dead. I have priority here.
Kneel before Galactus.
Not guaranteed to be super dead, but likely super dead. Oh, I guess this is Maverick? can't die here. This is 19. They have 7. No, they don't have 7 energy. I'm wrong. The energy was from Superior Spider-Man, so we should be good. Oh wow! Oh, just 2. Okay, never mind. JK. Oh.
Victory. Snap.
Big kitty meow.
Opponent snap.
Play here to hedge a what's his name? Adam Warlock. Speaking of big kitties, holy. Mission as a Herald of Galactus is fun. Oh my goodness, they just played their zombie Galacti, so that way they wouldn't get Galactus. That's so good for me. Unfortunately, they have 7 energy from my Luna Snow, so they can just like play another 11 power Galactus out here, or Galacti out here. That said, if they do that here, they go to 28, and then I'm at 29. And so smart. SMRT. Look at this lovely Vision variant, chat. He's the reason we queued up with this pile of cards. I wanted to play him. He is not letting me down. Flip! That was all skill. All skill, gamers. It's a skill. Game. I don't understand why they didn't play it mid and go for all 3, because they lose to me playing my cards out differently. There was no way they could play their one card that beat every combination of my cards and vice versa. That's why people are mentioning that flip. And I get a 2-drop. Unlucky. I don't think giving Electro to someone who hasn't played any cards in the first 2 turns is likely very good. So I'm gonna hedge making points in the Starbrand crater. And also giving it to them gives up my Herald of Galactus, which has value in the long term. This is just the better line. 4 years later, and I still gotta blast Vision's Beam on both sides of the board. Jeff, if you play Galactus' Herald and it moves, does the location or where the card is counted? The Herald is the card, not the location. Did Vision have that animation from the start? I think he did. He's like a lower series card they wanted to be flashier. Can I get a G-Man? Can I get a G-Man? Hey yo, I say hey yo, blow the board up, do 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 do. Hey, Mr. G-Man, shrink on up the board now. Do 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 do. Who'd we kill? Who'd we kill? Who'd we kill? Kill me. Kitty. Poor kitty. Poor kitty. Meow. Does a vision laser bounce off the usernames? It does, yeah. Wow, that's fucking rude. What a rude opponent. So, I'm gonna do this because they're snapping Odin here. And this is gonna blink Jennifer Kale into Eliath and kill their Odin. Called shot. Okay, boober!
Victory.
I would feel bad about what I've done, but my opponent's playing Gambit Wong Odin combo, so like they're at least as toxic as I am, if not more so. If not more so. You sweat that 2 to 10. You're definitely the toxic one here. There are no heroes in this story, chat. Only villains. They're a living tribunal deck? Excuse me? This is why the Jennifer Kale is here, by the way. Jennifer Kale plus Electro lets us Galactus on 4. Magic. I do not believe in magic. I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Galactus.
Alright, and then on turn 5 here, I'm gonna go ahead and loot a snow so that way I have an ice cube for them to gambit. This also locks them out of
Wakanda forever.
Oh no! Oh gosh, they have so many points of power. Oh no! Don't make your cards bigger! Shit! Oh gosh. Oh, okay? Anything you can do, I can do better. I am far more toxic than you.
Victory.
Bye, sweaty nerd. 10-0. Look, call the ambulance, but certainly not for me. How many times did I teach you this lesson with your Odin, old man? How many times? How many times? We're coming for the kneecaps. Well, this was far more competitive than I would like to admit. This was quite good. It has a very large sample size of games on Untapped. It has a very solid win rate in that large sample size, and after duking out those games, I can see how all these pieces fit together, even down to vision. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I was expecting this card to feel like mad cope by the time we were done playing, and it was not. I was very happy. It was very good.